And it's a big honor for any high school student being named valedictorian, but two students are finding themselves in quite the controversy. In October, Sarah St. John found out she was valedictorian, but school leaders realized there was a mistake and some grades had not been included. After recrunching the numbers, Alik Graham had the higher GPA. The principal suggested the two students share the title, but Alik was not too fond of that idea.
The numbers show it, and we should go by the numbers. It shouldn't be about sympathy, it shouldn't be about compassion, it should just be the way it is.
The sad thing and the good part about it is I found out who my true friends are, who the people who will support me in the end, and that my family will really go through any lengths just to help me out.
Alik has hired an attorney, so what do you think about this? Should the students share the honor?
I don't know. I feel bad for the girl, you know, she was misinformed, but the bottom line is, Alik had the higher GPA. He should have the distinction of being that school's valedictorian. And she, the girl, should be gracious and step down. I don't have the higher GPA.
Well, this is getting really complicated because we were talking about it early this morning. So they, the school officials initially wanted them to share the title. That's not happening. And so now they're saying, okay, well, the girl should be out of the mix entirely, right? They're saying this guy should be the valedictorian, and whoever was going to be the salutatorian, the third place, now steps into second place, and the girl's out of the mix completely. So they have really just made a complete mess of the whole situation.
And let's add insult to injury. The NAACP is also involved. They have demanded that the school make Alik solely the valedictorian. You know, at the end of the day, it's competitive out there. I mean, it's tough to get into college, and to have the valedictorian on your resume and on your application is a plus. So I can understand him wanting to have the title.
Look, I mean, either way, she's going to have a distinction of having a very high GPA. But when all is said and done, when you crunch those numbers, he has the higher GPA. He should be the valedictorian, the only valedictorian.
Well, let's see what our viewers have to say about this one.
Yeah. Okay, Judy Wood says, we learn in kindergarten, or hopefully younger at home, to share. Lawyers need to back off and let these kids be kids and share the title of valedictorian. Congrats to both of them.
Linda Francis writes, oh, get over yourselves. Share the title and be done with it.
Junior Pedrosa writes, the school should have corrected the mix-up and only allowed one to be valedictorian.
Amy Cron writes, seems like he's being pretty greedy. What happened to sharing? Sharing, if you both have the same GPA, absolutely. But if you don't have the highest GPA, or you do have the highest GPA, why should you share with someone who doesn't?
Yeah, it's really tough. And school officials have said they really feel bad.
They screwed up.
It's the adults who messed up. These poor students had nothing to do with it. They're being caught in the middle. The adults are the ones responsible for crunching the numbers, the school officials, and they messed up. So this is a tough call.
Well, and I think what needs to be remembered, and they probably won't learn it for another decade or so, is this is not going to mean anything to them in 10 years. I remember being, you know, in high school and thinking that that was it, and everything mattered right then and there. 10 years down the road, it's not going to even matter, kids. So just don't worry about it.
Thanks for the words of wisdom.